My name's C4, last name C4. I got jammed up numerous times. Block gang, let's talk about it. First time I ever got jammed up, I was a kid, 15 years old, just doing what my uncles, my cousins did, sold nickel bags, weed. I ended up going to school. Particular person I was dealing with told the actual officer, they had little patrol officers in, told them I had something on me. When I got off the school bus, he was there to ask me, hey, come here. Went into a little office, checked me, didn't find nothing, but I had a little joint that I had rolled that morning before I got on the school bus, and he smelt it. I had it in a cigarette bag. He got that, and they ended up calling the police. I was like 15 years old. It was my first time going to jail. And from that first time, it kind of scarred me because that's the first time I watched my partners, my friends, friend girls, anybody of that nature watch me get my hands put behind my back and escorted out somewhere. And that was my first time I got locked up. How do I feel about snitches? I hate them motherfuckers. That need to be eradicated. I think this, if you a man and you did something, you should hold up for that. I don't think. And let me start here too. Cause a lot of these dudes, man, they got this snitching thing all fucked up. What is snitching? What do you think snitching is? Let me ask this question, I guess, rhetorical. Cause I think people be getting misconstrued. If me and you on a mission, let's say a mission is what we going to do that's illegal. If me and you consent, meaning we agree that both of us going on this, so that means both of us get something in return. If this mission fails, which means the police get involved, where I believe you, which be my co-defendant, should do the very thing I'm gonna do. Just go my motherfucking ass in that cell and wait to talk to my lawyer. If I do anything outside of that, to me, it's a violation. So my co-defendant not only no longer my co-defendant, he my motherfucking enemy. So if you ask me how I feel about that, I feel like a grown man should hold up for their charge. I think a grown man should do a lot of things, but I know one thing they should do. They should hold up for what they did. And if me and Jalous, or me and such and something, I'm gonna hold up for me, and I hope Jalous do the same thing. That's how I feel about snitching. Fuck 'em. Man, I got this song where I say, man, I should apologize to all the people that had belief that I would do something right and I was doing something wrong. And when I went to jail, it hurt them. They had believed that I was be potentially something better than I was being behind some door. So, to anybody that listens to this interview, I want to say, I do apologize for them times I wasn't there to hug you right, or I wasn't there to pay that, or I wasn't there to give you that talk that Big Four always give you. I'm apologizing right now if I don't get to do it no more. Well, let's go back. When I was 15, the one I stated at first, it was a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor was just a small marijuana charge. I was 15, so my mom had to come bum me out. Sorry, because I never even apologized to my mom for all them times I went to jail. And it was a misdemeanor charge. She signed the paper and they released me under her custody because I wasn't an adult yet. She paid a fine. I came home, but you know, that's when your parents start looking at you in that way where, okay, is this the life you're gonna choose, you know? I had a decision to make then, and I made the wrong one. I went to court, they gave me a little fine, put me on some kind of little probation where I had to go see a little probation officer every week. I had to piss in the cup in a month, every month. Had to pay like a little fine. It was just like a little program, like a little small, but you know, it was a misdemeanor. And that's the first time they started the actual little program. I was one of the first people they did, you know? So when they started their little program, when you get caught with a misdemeanor, you had to go through the process, the class and all that, yeah. I got caught one time in a house with 40 firearms, 11 pounds of weed, and I think it was like 16 grams of crack cocaine. There was a charge that they denied my bond. I couldn't get out because I had a previous charge, money laundering charge I had got like maybe let's go back. I had prior to this had a charge, a money laundering charge that I caught. I bonded out on it. While I was out on bond, I got another charge, which a home got invaded by the police. I was there, and those items that I just spoke of were there. I got locked up. Seeing that I had another bond I was already out on, they denied my bond on that actual case, which means I couldn't bond out. So that's when I was stuck in. I was telling you earlier, this is exactly how that happened. I was out on the bond, got another charge, got denied bond, ended up staying in the county jail for like 12 months, almost a whole year. Nah, with that particular charge, with the money laundering charge, the actual police officer that arrested me, he died in a car race. That officer that was ahead of that case, he died in a car race. Not during my trial time, because like I say, I had got locked up for that other charge. I was in jail for that, but while in jail, that actual police officer, rest in peace to him, he was on a police chase and he crashed and he died. And my condolences to the family, not to say nothing wrong about it, but I'm saying he passed. And I believe potentially that's the reason why they didn't pursue the case. And I actually had a lawyer too, so when we went in the case, the actual charge they had me charged with was kind of weird. So when they were reading them out in court, my actual lawyer, he kind of contested some of them, and the judge right then threw some of the charges out. So the case was really weak in itself, you know what I mean? So that's what it was, and I got out, boy, I got out in May 31st. That's when I bonded out, May 31st. June 6th, I was locked up again in that same home base when I told you I was at somebody's house. They hit the door, pounds in there, 45 arms, and I made the front page. They denied my bond, and I was in there, like I say, for a year. Man, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. My first day in jail, I had hot pizza from the Free World, chicken wings. Don't make me laugh, man. I try not to speak of this because I don't want to play this replay. I don't care how good it was, but this is a long time ago, and I knew the CON. A girl would bring it to him. Bam, I would get Free World food, and I was scraped the first week I was there, but just so happened that actual guy got fired. We couldn't get that kind of move in no more, so it wasn't nothing but them trades. So for about a week or 2 weeks, boy, I done starved in there, boy. Real talk, done this starved in there. When I say on my song, you know, I was locked up for them days and I couldn't eat what was on them trays. I meant that shit. Took me a long time to adjust. When I got to jail, coincidentally, a lot of the guys that were from my street, they was already locked up. So when I got there, it was okay because they embraced me. And you know, I don't like to boast about this, but I was important. So as soon as I got there, my bed was there and everything was straight. I ain't had no issue. In actuality, it was kind of stupid to create an issue. So when I got there, it was all right. I had a whole pad for, you know, when I got out, I had a whole pad of songs I wrote. I didn't use one of them. Still got the pad right now on my dresser, never been used, never been said. I ain't never told it to nobody. Because when I got out, it's almost like I was in a race for time. When I get in them studios, I don't got time to sit around and think and write with no paper. I got something else I got to do that day. So I'm going to go in there, hear that beat, and go in there and say what I got to say without no paper, no pad, no rehearsal, no nothing. Same way everybody else do. Music got this way of connecting with you. And I think it was happening even before they were making these radio stations. I think us as a culture, we don't understand that our music is real powerful. Things we say, things we exert on these songs, they come into fruition. So when people ask me what's my street cred, I be wanting to say, go ask the street. See, a lot of people gonna lie. They gonna pretend they somebody. They gonna say, yeah, man, I was like Big Meech. And nigga, you ain't never had a goddamn pound. A nigga say, oh yeah, man, I used to steal all the cars. nigga, you had one Honda. So I'ma tell you what I believe someone would say about me. They gonna say, well, Fo gonna hold his own and control everything around him. If that's like being the boss, the leader, the one to control it, fuck it, I'm the joystick. Man, I feel like I had to do everything. When I got out, I moved. That's the first thing I did because I felt like it was like, you ever hear people say, man, I feel like the wall closing in on me. I had to get a new environment, man, get somewhere where I can get some peace. Man, I wasn't even going to sleep. The advice I would give somebody getting jammed up is to shut up. A lot of people don't shut up. You go in there and say anything can be used against you just like they tell you. Shut up. Get you some kind of representation before you open your mouth and anything to deal with that case. Find somebody that really loves you and ask them. If you get jammed up, first you need to know what your crime is you're being charged with. A lot of guys go to jail and think they be facing 300 years and really, man, you'll get an ankle monitor. So the key is to read. I think everything in this world can be read. You can look it up, figure it out. People say, man, I'm finna go spend $50,000 on a lawyer. Well, the lawyer work for you. So I guess you're gonna get the lawyer to do all the work, you pay him, he gonna go home anyway. Whether your ass get found guilty or not, he going home anyway. So I never gave a lawyer the full responsibility to do nothing with my case. So when I got hired, a couple lawyers, and I don't want to state their name, but these good lawyers, and I should get them a shout out, like A from Seller. He got me out on one charge, the same charge I told you about when I got denied that bond. I had to get one of them charges extinguished in order to get another bond to get out, where they released me on the first initial bond when I got him as a lawyer. And to me, that's the key. The key is having a relationship with somebody that's in that field, whether you jammed up or not. Before you go get jammed up, go get you what you call a retainer. Go to some kind of attorney. You getting some money. Some people want to go throw it on a woman. That's fine. I ain't saying nothing wrong about that. But I'm saying I think things that you really gonna need, you should do that first. Now all that other shit, you can do that later. I need the nigga tell me what I'm saying right now. Take that money you making, go get you a lawyer now, before you catch the charge. Cause trust me, bro, you out here and you long enough, that name high enough, your ass gonna catch that charge. So nigga lie all they want to my, nah, bro, I'm too smart. Nigga, you ain't smart than the police. I've been out here 30 piece, you lying, nigga. I watched the real smart niggas catch they charge. I'm talking about super smart nigga. You ask that nigga a mad problem, this I'm talking about, it's seconds that nigga reply. But he ain't smarter than law enforcement. The reason why, this what they do every day. Jammed up is the easy way to do that, and some kind of these niggas be saying snitching. Well, I know a lot of niggas, and I mean a lot of niggas, that were catching charge and hopping their ass right back out. Now, I don't know what that is, because I ain't get that chance to do that. I damn near be wanting to ask the judge. Man, why I ain't getting no chance to do like them, man? I supposed to get, when I asked them, man, I raised my hand, I'm telling people, witnesses, man, you call these people, they gonna tell you the truth. When the man denied my bond in jail, I raised my hand and I asked the judge. I said, Your Honor, why was my bond denied? He said, well, he explained it to me because I didn't really know. He explained it to me. He said, some guys that may have had 2 bonds can get 2 bonds in the state of Mississippi, long as each one of those charges don't exceed 5 years. Let me state what I'm saying. You can catch a charge, marijuana charge, as long as it don't exceed 5 years. And you can catch another charge, as long as it don't exceed 5 years, and then you could be granted 2 bonds. Well, my actual case wasn't so simple. So it carried more years, so they couldn't give me another bond. So that's how it worked. And I didn't understand that then. But yet the judge explained it to me, took his time and explained it to me. It was in Yazoo County. It's been so many years ago, so it's okay, you know what I mean? Prior to this, I probably wouldn't never spoke of this. You ain't gonna pull up no interview if folks talking about no case with no 40 guns. But it's all over. And yeah, I got caught with them. I got caught with that, and not just me. two more individuals caught that charge with me. Man, let me tell this story, man. The day they raided the house, a couple weeks prior to that, I had just got this car painted. So I was picking days that I wanted to drive this car. The reason why this is so significant to this car is because I had a lot of cars, but this particular car had sentimental value. And it's because I always, growing up, wanted this extra car. I had plenty of cars prior to that. I just didn't have that extra car. So I had got the car painted in a way. So I was picking what days I would ride in. So on this particular day, I wanted to go to the fucking casino, man. I wanted to go to the motherfucking casino, man. I should have got my ass right on number 3, went straight up to the casino. Get what I did? I went and parked by Gunner House, bam, pulled the car on the side, because I wanted to back it up, because it was like kind of that flashy color where you like, okay, there go him, okay, there go the car. Okay, he must be there. So I pulled it all the way down in the back of the, back in the alley. The color was a candy blue. I had got Eddie Jones, shout out to Eddie Jones. He sprayed the car. Excellent color. It was illuminated real nice. Sun hit it, it kind of changed a little color. I mean, real nice. I parked the car on the side of the street, no drugs on me. I said what I was gonna do was go in, holler at my guy. Gunner, rest in peace, Gunner. He always, I could tell 1,000 stories, but he's my guy, So I go in, bam, I holler at him. First thing he say is, okay, folks, chill, I'm about to go. I'm finna go holler at such and such, I'll be right back. I don't got nothing on me, somebody knock on the door, bam, bam, bam. It's my partner from a street that I grew up on. I see him, I'm like, what up, my guy? We chop it up for a little second. He leave out. About 5 seconds later, my other partner come. He come, we wanted to pull up, I had some juice and all that, so we pulled up. We juiced up, bam, we drunk, we left. He left, I stayed there. Gunner had made it back, say maybe an hour or so had passed. I go in the house, now it seems like ain't nobody at the house but me and my partner mom. She was out on the front porch. So I ain't got nothing, so I locked the front door. So I goes in Gunner room, which is as soon as you come in the front door, you go straight to the right, you in Gunner room. I go sit on the couch. I kind of like doze off, sleepy like off the drink. Let me explain something. That's another thing. We intoxicate ourselves so much sometimes it be blurring our vision, be blurring our decision making. It be hindering a nigga. Sometimes it's good to just take a month off. You sit that shit to the side, see how productive you can be without it. I needed somebody to tell me that, but nobody did. So that particular day, I was juicing and I kind of slid into that world. If you on that juice, you know what I mean, that world will take you under. So for like a split second, it seemed like I was asleep. I heard something hit a door, like boom. So first thing in your mind, you say, damn, this Gunner House ain't a motherfucker in this town. Man, a nigga in this city finna kick that door like that. Man, everybody know. You kick that door like that, a regular civilian, you dying. You see what I'm saying? So when the door kicked like that, I automatically knew. I knew this was the police, but the thing is, when they kicked that front door, that door to Gunner, what I told you when I first come in, bam, that door was closed. So you can't see me in that particular room right there. So what I do, that room got a back door. So I try to get to that back door, but while I'm getting to that back door, they coming in through that side door. So what he do is say freeze, but I ain't freeze because you can kind of go over to that area and it's like a window right there. It could be on some James Bond shit where you just run through there and kick the one down and go through, but when he say freeze, he got the guns out. That's when they get me. And bam, I can hear people in the front room, but I can't see nobody. So they got me on the ground, bam, saying, This hold still right here. Now, at this particular time, I had a cross I had bought from Houston. I had went to Houston and got me a cross with a little a chain. Well, when I got arrested, they took that. I never got that back. And that's the particular time I got when I say I made the paper. And it was a lot of stuff there. I think everybody in this world be tapped in to some kind of consciousness to tell them right. I think we automated. I think we designed to do right, bro. We designed, bro. It's inside you, bro. When you doing some bullshit, you know, fam. A lot of niggas look you right in your eye, they know, fam. It's in your heart for that forgiveness, fam. They knew when they was doing it, bro. That bitch knew when she was doing it, bro. Let me say that again. That bitch knew when she was doing it, bro. A lot of niggas don't want to accept that. They keep them in a position of like vulnerability. You stand in a spot where you still in the unsure. Or you seen what they did prior. They say the only way you know about tomorrow is you see today. Man, that's way back in the Egyptian time. So we knew what the circle is. We knew the whole circle is one side doubled up. So I'm gonna know today, just like I know tomorrow. So if he did it today, he'll probably do it tomorrow.